Hey, what's up, y'all? So, I'm sitting here working out. Just did a video, a short one of some of the stuff I do in working out. But I was thinking, I see a lot of videos and they're very informational sometimes, sometimes not. Heck, some of mine's probably not informational, but anyway. And I was thinking, I bet somebody else might need to hear this. No, it's not your typical thing, but student loans. Now, I've had student loans and I've been paying them. Some of the times in my younger years, I was not paying them because I could not pay them. Did what I could. I'll just say this: my student loan had ballooned up through the years. Had I don't know, maybe 1,000%. I don't know. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but a lot compared to what it initially was, and only because I had to have it to go to college. So anyway, that's another story. But look, I was paying my loans, still am right now, and with Nelnet, specifically Nelnet. If you've ever had Nelnet or any other loan servicer, but in this case Nelnet, I've had so much of a bad experience with them. Now let me say this: some of the people I've talked to, and I got all the names, almost 95% of the names. I write them down. They're nice people, but when it comes to getting you information that you need, good luck. And it's really nobody policing them. That's the thing. It's scary because, I know how to research stuff and get a little information and, stuff like that. Know when I'm getting to run around. Not everybody does. So I reached out earlier, 2022, to get what they call a Master Promissory Note from Nelnet. Again, I was making payments at the time, and I just thought this was a normal, and my payments were not cheap, but I thought this was a normal thing, right? So they told me reach out to studentaid.gov. I reached out to them. They said your servicer would have it, Nelnet. Okay, reached back out to them, and they were giving me the runaround. I was like, okay, I'm just asking for the Master Promissory Note because I wanted to see. Somebody said to get this. I want to see my loan set up, making sure, through the years, if everything's on the up and up, even though I know they've robbed me on all the interest. But they finally told me they don't have it. Okay. So where do I get it? So obviously the loan I found out had been through so many transfer, like a lot of student loans do, transfer through different lenders. And so finally, after talking to somebody, they sent me what they call, it was a loan consolidation promissory note. I was like, what is this? And I said, this is not what I asked for. But when I read it, it was like 2 pages, right? So the first thing I noticed is it had one of my best friends' names in there. Me and him used to, how they ask a friend of the family or whatever. But I noticed the first thing they had family member. I was like, I never put him as a family member, even though he's like a family. But they had his name spelled incorrectly. I was like, wait a minute, I wouldn't do this. It was so far away from this how you spell it. So I was like, somebody guessed, and why did they do this? So I looked down at the signature. The addresses, they were all messed up. Had my St. Louis address, Arkansas address when I was in St. Louis, but had my Arkansas, it was messed up. So then I saw my signature. Now my name is very unique, Odessa Whitaker. Yes, you heard it. I signed my name a particular way all through life. My O's, my W, no getting around it. I noticed it wasn't my signature. First of all, I didn't recognize the document. I was like, okay, what is this? And it was dated December 27, 1999. I graduated from college in 1996. So now you see, okay. So anyway, they couldn't find out where, who signed this. So I did a forgery affidavit, whatever. They had me produce signatures, copies of signatures. I did that. They told me to file a police report, even though this was from 1999. This was 2022, last year. So I did it anyway. They thought it was a joke, police department, but anyway, I provided it. Then they came back and said, oh, since you've been making payments, we don't see anything wrong. I said, okay, wait a minute. Somebody signed my name, and somebody else has to answer for this. And what did this do to my, change my loan? So, because it was a consolidation, I never consolidated it. And all these years, you just pay it. I'm just paying it because, hey, they say this is what I owe, I'm paying this. And I've never been produced that document, never seen it in anything with any other lender. So obviously I didn't know what was going on. So anyway, this was by mistake, y'all. The guy, I talked to a guy, I'm gonna keep his name silent, but I wrote it down. I did a Better Business Bureau complaint. I done filed everywhere. When I say you can't get no help, it's tough. And I know it's a lot of people out there just like me in my situation. And some people don't even know they're in the situation. I'm sure my lender, I think they say it was with ACS, Xerox or whatever, ACS, it was with somebody else. At one point, I think they mentioned Navient, but it was so crazy. And I was like, wait a minute, what is all this? Even though the name that's on the document is no lender I've ever heard of, VU. So what I'm saying is, y'all, I'm still dealing with this. They said the guy told me, the last guy, Nelnet, I've never seen anything like this. I said, why nobody has ever told me what you're telling me? You never seen nothing like this. And he said, honestly, I just been here a while. I know a little bit more. And I was like, I didn't talk to about 15 or 20 people. Y'all, I'm not exaggerating. I've had to take time out of work, breaks, and missing calls because I'm at work, so I can pay all this stuff. So anyway, y'all, maybe it helps somebody. Master Promissory Note, it should be on your studentaid.gov on that site. When my section was blank, I was like, okay. But then when they sent me that document on accident, they just sent it to me. And I just happened to look at it like, wait a minute, this is not my signature. I never did this. So from 1999 until 2022, I had no idea this existed. So I'm still trying to get help. If you know anybody that can help, but I'm gonna trust me, I got everybody's names that I talked to, and I just can't let that go. I'm not disputing that I had a student loan, but somebody signed my name with one of these companies, and it ain't right. I know it's been a lot of people. You see lawsuits everywhere. And I thought it was gonna be a simple thing like, hey, you filed this fraud, blah, blah, blah. They do whatever they do. Maybe some interest I wasn't supposed to be charged because of how the loan was changed over. But it's a little janky. But anyway, sorry about this little raggedy video. I'm in the gym, but I was thinking about it. It might help somebody, it might not. But yeah, ask for your Master Promissory Note. And specifically with Nelnet, you might have yours. I didn't have mine. They didn't have mine, actually, And so they gave me some other document, which I never seen and I never signed. Again, the document's 2 pages, y'all. Not like a book. Some of you, I forgot I signed it. No. And my signature, Odessa Whitaker, is pretty unique. So y'all, I filed another, they told me to resubmit the same stuff you resubmitted again. Yes, they told me to resubmit it. I said, even though you already have it. Yes, do that. I was like, okay. I did it. I'm waiting, and I'll give you an update. Again, this is in reference to Nelnet, and unfortunately, I've got a claim with studentaid.gov. I haven't been able to get assistance there because they keep putting me back to Nelnet. So if you're in the government, the federal government, maybe you could help. Somebody can help, because there's a lot of people out here like this. This is just many of 1,000 situations. But anyway, good luck, y'all, because somebody gonna have the answer to me.